what do you think your biases are?
Oh, wow. I don't know. That's a good question.
I have no idea.
I have two gentlemen at my cafe that are refusing to make a purchase or leave.
What did they do? Did someone tell me what they did?
They didn't do anything. I saw the entire thing.
And it is with hundreds of people, there is a...
So these people have come for an unconscious bias training session, and one of the first things to realise is that everybody has a bias, whether you think you do or not.
I just want to check my own bias and have some tools in which to deal with it.
I have biases without question in favor of interest, if you will, for people of African descent.
I've never done anything like this, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this training. I'm actually really looking forward to it.
We'll have a little bit of conversation about what is diversity. What we're going to do for the next 2 hours is to have a good conversation about this issue of unconscious bias. Unconscious bias training is a training that focuses on letting everybody know we're all subject to having biases because that's just how our brains work, but there are things that we can do to overcome that. All right, so I gotta ask the question, did anybody have, or even hear somebody who said something that was totally shocking? Like, wow, that must really surprise people. It's hard work. Dealing with these diversity issues, people think you can do a one-time thing, and it's more like dental hygiene. You have to keep working at it. And that's not just one individual. That's true for individuals, but it's also true for an organization.
What do you think surprised you the most about yourself when you did that?
Just the amount of unconscious bias that I have. It was very revealing how, I guess in everyday life, it kind of rears its ugly head, I guess.
Definitely new ways to approach when I see bias and how to notice it in myself a little more.
The reality is that as folk go into it, you can't just take the training for the sake of saying, oh, I've took an unconscious bias training and think that all of a sudden things seep in. It really takes some very consistent, very deliberate planning and action.